A forum of aspirants under the platform of All Democratic Congress ADC in Jalingo local government area of Taraba State has threatened legal action over alleged irregularities in the conduct of the party's primary election in the state. The aspirants made their position known during a press conference held at the Unity Hall in Jalingo, Taraba State. The reports. Addressing journalists on behalf of the forum, chairman of the group, Honorable Zulkifilu Abubakar, alleged that the primary election committee was altered barely a day before the exercise without following laid-down constitutional procedures of the party. According to him, Mrs. Naomi Nasara Abel and the committee secretary were allegedly replaced for personal and health reasons without the approval of the National Working Committee of the party.
Good day, gentlemen of the press, fellow party members and our esteemed aspirants. We, the loyal members and aspirants of African Democratic Congress ADC in Jalingo local government area, wish to address the public and relevant authorities on the unfortunate developments surrounding the conduct of the party primary elections in Taraba State. We duly purchased our intention and nomination forms and were successfully cleared by the party's screening committee. However, barely a day before the scheduled primary election, the party election committee was altered without due process. The chairman, Mrs. Naomi Nasara Ebel, and the secretary of the committee were replaced allegedly due to personal reasons and illness, respectively, without adherence to the constitutional procedure of the party or approval from the National Working Committee.
The forum further claimed that the appointed returning officers for Jalingo constituencies 1 and 2 were members of the State Executive Committee of the ADC, contrary to party guidelines and provisions of the Electoral Act. Honorable Ifilu also alleged that no valid primary election was conducted across the 10 wards of Jalingo local government area, stating that agents deployed to the designated collation centers waited from morning till evening without the presence of ward returning officers or electoral materials.
We wish to state clearly that no valid ADC primary took place on the 21st May 2026 across the 10 wards of Jalingo local government, Taraba State. Our agents were present at the designated ward collation centers from 7 a.m. down to 6 p.m. in the evening. Yet no ADC ward returning officer appeared, nor were any election material provided throughout the time.
The aspirants equally accused the Taraba State leadership of the party of imposing excessive administrative charges on House of Assembly aspirants. They claim that while aspirants in some other states reportedly paid 25,000 naira, aspirants in Taraba were made to pay as much as 900,000 naira. The group further alleged that the payments were made into the personal accounts of the state financial secretary of the party. They said formal petitions have already been submitted to relevant authorities while consultations were ongoing with their supporters and constituents on the next step to take. The forum has therefore issued a 24-hour ultimatum to the leadership of the African Democratic Congress to organize what it described as a credible primary election, warning that failure to do so will leave them with no option than to seek legal redress.
Consequently, we have submitted a formal petition to the appropriate authorities in order to exhaust all available internal party mechanisms. We are also consulting widely with members of our constituents on the next line of action. Therefore, we hereby give the leadership of our great party ADC a 24-hour ultimatum to immediately reschedule and conduct a credible primary election. Failure to do so will leave us with no other option than to seek redress through the court of law.
The group also called on the National Working Committee of the ADC to urgently intervene in order to address the crisis and restore confidence among party members in Taraba State. Ahmed Abubakar, Haske TV News.